Tactics here, and now that I'm looking in the camera and everything, hair's going a little crazy right now. But not here to talk about my hair. I'm here to talk about the Collective Minds Strike Pack. Now, if you guys saw before, I did an unboxing, which I actually accidentally kind of like messed up because, yeah, like I recorded it, forgot to freaking put the like voice on the freaking camera and everything to where the camera picks up my audio. Then I unboxed it, and it's like I said in the first video and everything, you can't really redo an unboxing once something's unboxed, because then I feel like for the viewers, if you see me doing something else and like kind of faking it and everything, then you'll think that like everything I'm saying about this is fake. So I didn't want to do that, so instead I just said screw it, I'm gonna do a commentary and everything on it. So that's what I did for that. And now I'm doing my review on it because I've been playing with it for probably, I want to say, maybe like 2 months. Not 2 months and everything. I want to go for 2 months. I'd say about like a month or so and everything like that. A little bit over a month and everything. And now I want to bring you guys like the pros, cons, some things that I have actually like ran up against, with using this piece of equipment. And whether or not, I guess in the end, if I would say like buy it for what it's made for and everything like that. Like, is this something that you're gonna buy to freaking amp up your gaming, freaking help out a little bit, or are you just gonna buy it and freaking it be trash and everything? So that's gonna be the review for today and everything like that. So let me go ahead and get into it. Alright, so for you guys who didn't see the very first one, I'll just show you guys the piece of equipment that I'm gonna be talking about, which is the Collective Minds Strike Pack. This is the Strike Pack itself. It comes with this and also the 10-foot cable. Now, pros for this, freaking one, if you have never actually used a controller that has any type of paddles on it or anything like that, as far as a scuff, aim, a battle beaver, so on and so forth and everything, this I'd actually really recommend and everything like that, only because it gives you the chance without buying the final product, as far as a controller with paddles on the back of it, and you not even knowing if you like it or if you'll use it or not. Because before I get into a little bit more of that, because a lot of people don't really need it. I don't want people thinking that like in order to be a better gamer or in order to be like on a pro level or anything, not coming from a pro, I'm not a pro whatsoever, of course, but you don't really need it. Some people, yeah, they use it and everything. Me personally, I use it, I like it, but other people, they just adjust their freaking hand styles, as far as like Scump, he uses the claw and everything like that, and the way that he positions his hands is actually really, it's really different. I don't want to say weird. It's just, for me, if I were to try and do it, and I've actually tried to do it, because he does like a claw cam and stuff like that, where you actually see him playing the video game in his freaking, I guess, controller holding style, and it's super crazy and everything like that. And I've tried it, and I just can't do it. Me personally, I can't do it. So this is a good one and everything like that if you want to try paddles out without buying the final product. Like I said, it's $40 instead of $100+. Freaking scuffs can go into like the $200 plus range. Battle beavers can go that high to honestly any controller, because like when you buy a controller like that, me personally, I feel like, hey, you want to deck it all out, you want to freaking get all the bells and whistles for it, then, because it's like, what's the purpose of buying it if you don't like customize it to your personal liking? And for me, when I do that, because I go all out with the color schemes, the different shell customizations, tweaking the freaking height, I put in like this and that, it comes over to $200 for me. So it's not going to be $200 for everybody. If you like just the bare minimum, if you just want a regular black PS4 or Xbox One controller with just paddles on the back, they got the quick buys, which I want to say are anywhere from like 125 to like 170 or something like that. It's on their website. I'm not affiliated with Scuff or anything like that, so I don't know if I'd be like breaking any rules by like leaving a link to their website at the bottom of this. So I'm making this video now. When I look it up, by the time that I upload the video, there may be a link down in the description, so just go ahead, check out the description. Anyway, back to this. So yeah, the pros is I really like this and everything like that. It did allow me to find out that me personally, I like having paddles on my controller. It's a lot a lot more fluent. I've said in a couple of the videos that I made while I was using it and everything like that, that I feel that originally, like, I wasn't holding it wrong, but you know, I wasn't holding it as comfortably as I possibly could for the way that I was holding it at the point in time. When I started using this and everything, only because, you know, you want to like really, you know, have your fingers on the trigger right here. That's what I do, and then, you know, be able to use these for, you know, activating the little paddles and stuff like that. You know, it really makes you like set it in the way, I guess the ergonomic way you could say, that the controllers are made for. So it makes it feel a little bit better to me. There was a little bit more, you know, fluidity in there and everything, as far as like my finger movements on the paddle and everything like that, which I was really, you know, liking. And you know, this is really easy to install. You know, is another pro. Freaking what's it called? What else can I really say about it? I never used the mods. Like I said in the unboxing, I never used the mods or anything like that. So I can't say that they're good, they're bad, or if they work or not. I'm sorry about that. What else? Oh, like I also mentioned and everything, that's another pro. This thing has not broken and everything like that. This is still completely freaking intact. There's nothing wrong with it and everything. You know, it's still functional. You know, freaking what's it called? So yeah, like I said and everything, there is no way you're really gonna be able to break this thing right here unless you're trying to break it and everything like that. I actually I'm gonna show you guys and everything. That's another. I don't know if I would really call it a pro, but it's another really cool feature, because like I was playing a game and everything like that, and like I lost pretty bad, so I was kind of like devastated. So I like loosened my grip up on the controller, and you know, I was just laying like I was sitting there like I was zombie, like, oh man, you know, I felt like I was going so hard, you know, and I lost and everything, and it slipped out of my hand. My controller slipped out of my hand, and I have carpet on my floors and everything like that, so it landed, and I really didn't think anything of it, but I picked it up. And this right here was like, you know, messed up a little bit. And I was like, what the heck, man? Like, how is like a 1.5 foot, 2 foot drop gonna destroy this piece of equipment? This piece of equipment is janky. But no, that's actually one really cool thing that I found out about this. Bam. Like, right there and everything like that. Freaking, that is the cool thing to me personally and everything, is that these things won't really break or anything. Like, this is a magnet. So it just magnetically clips on right there, and what it's actually clicking is like a little button that's inside of this point right here, you know. So let me show you the side view. That thing goes into the little hole, and that's just another piece of the magnet. So this thing, like I said, isn't really gonna break, because like, you know, that's like the main way that you can break a control with paddles on it and everything like that, is if you know, if you like really push it too hard and everything, like click it too hard or something, this and that and everything like that. That's one really cool thing about this, is you never have to really worry about that, I don't think, because yeah, if it pops off a little bit, you can always magnetically put it back on. The only thing you would really have to worry about is if you click it too hard and like, you know, freaking what's it called, you break the little pin that's actually pushing the button on the inside of the device. But they're so, like, if you can hear it, they're so responsive and everything like that, and you really feel the click that, like, once you like pretty much tap it and everything, give it like an ounce of freaking pressure on there, you feel it, it activates it, and there's no reason for you to really like try and like squeeze the living life out of this thing. So yeah, that's another thing and everything like that. Other pros, maybe I should have like written all this down. I'm just kind of like freestyling it. I prefer to sticking with the script. Just seems a little bit too difficult for me. It feels weird. Scripted, huh? Yeah, of course. Let me think. I think that's really about it. You know, it's just a really good starter device. Now let's get around to the cons of this piece of equipment. One thing that I really noticed and everything that was like kind of weird is that like this part right here, I don't know if you guys can actually see it or not. The lighting's not the best for my videos yet. I'm still tinkering with that. But these there's like 3 little prongs or whatever you want to call it that actually go into your microphone of your PS4 controller, and that makes it register as a headset. So that's one really big thing that was like kind of an annoyance to me when I got it, is because, and even at the bottom here and everything, you can see Maybe you can see right there and everything. You can't really see it all that well, but right here and everything, where it's just like a little bit shiny right there, that's actually like a headset jack or whatever, you know. But when you look at it and everything like that, it makes really no sense why a headset jack is in there, because one, for me personally, it's never worked. I've tried it, doesn't work for jack and everything like that. Two, yeah, it kind of makes you either have to have a headset, or you got to put it to where there's only the audio, the party chat or chat audio period and everything that's coming out of your headset. Because other than that, there's no other way that me personally I've been able to use it. If anybody else has, and if I'm wrong in any way, leave a comment, you know, down in the section below and everything, of course, and I'll read over it and everything like that. You know, like if there's enough things that like I'm wrong about, then you know I'll make a complete video retaking back everything I've said. But this is what I found out, and this is what like me personally I know about this thing. So yeah, it doesn't work and everything like that. So you kind of need a headset. Two, one of the cons is, and I don't want to like worry people or anything about it, but like it kind of made my PS4 crash one time. Like I was just explaining right now, like when you plug it in, because you know, of course, if you guys know anything about the little strike pack and everything like that, is that you gotta plug it up and everything, like, you know, freaking. So it's never gonna be wireless. It's always connected with a wire. But like I was just saying, like when you plug it up, it registers that it isn't just a PlayStation 4 controller that's connected. It registers also as a headset is connected. So what I would do, since I have a headset, is I would plug the, you know, a strike pack in first. It would do that, then I'd plug my headset in, and then it would start working. Well, this instance, and it's happened a few times, but it's never made my PS4 crash before. What I plugged it in, plugged my headset in, and it wasn't working, so I unplugged it, and well, I unplugged my headset. Sorry, I'm kind of confusing you guys probably. So I unplugged my headset, and then after that, let it sit out for a second, plugged it back in. Headset's turned on and everything. It's saying it's connected, but still no audio's coming through or anything like that. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just retry everything. So I unplugged my headset, turned it off. I unplugged the strike pack. And then after that, wait a couple seconds. Then I plugged the strike pack back in. Then I plugged my headset. Here, I'll show you my little headset USB thing, because I have one of the Afterglow headsets, and wireless, of course. And freaking like when I did that, and once I turned on my headset, like it had completely shut down my PS4 and everything. My PS4 crashed. So I was like, I was kind of tripping out. I was like, what the heck's going on, man? Like, did I just like completely destroy my freaking console with this piece of equipment? You know, what's going on? But luckily, like when I turned it back on, you know, it was still working okay. But the little, you know, pop up came up of like, you know, hey, there was like a critical error or something with your console. Let us know in detail what happened, you know, and send us a report so we can work on it. So I sent them that and everything, you know, let them know exactly what equipment I was using and what exactly happened and what caused the crash. So that's one thing that I would say, it doesn't happen all the time and everything, but I would say that that's a major flaw in this right here, is that, yeah, if it's gonna, what's it called, you know, crash it and everything in a way, then that's not cool and everything like that. Another con about this one is, actually, and it kind of sucks, is that sometimes it just like, it doesn't want to work and everything like that. So freaking like once you mess with it a little bit, as far as like unplugging it, plugging it back in, remapping the buttons, taking it off your controller completely, putting it back on your controller, this and that, then it'll start working. But you know, for like a piece of equipment, you know, something that is supposed to do a specific function, you want it to do that specific function all the time, or else you'll just say that that piece of equipment and everything isn't reliable. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say that this isn't a completely unreliable, but not completely reliable. So of course, you know, I'm just gonna put it in the middle. I'm just gonna say it's a semi-reliable piece of equipment and everything like that. You know, there are gonna be instances where you do have issues with it, unfortunately. But So my conclusion for this piece of equipment is gonna be that don't buy this if you expect it to be completely like game changing, that you're gonna freaking start dominating every game, every match that you play. Don't buy it with such high expectations. Like I said, buy this. Me personally, I'm not gonna say do not buy this item and everything. Buy this item if you want to try out one, if you like paddles on your controller whatsoever, if you're going to be able to get used to using them, or if you're automatically going to keep going back to your buttons, if you're going to freaking even feel that it's comfortable, if it's not, see if it's like something awkward or anything like that. Buy it if you like putting mods on your stuff and just like messing with people in matches. Excuse me. As far as like COD or Destiny or this or that and everything, I don't know if there are any game restrictions as far as like the mods will work for certain games and not other games. Like I said, I didn't buy it for the mods. I didn't check out the mods. I've never put a mod on there. Activated the mods, of course they're already on here, but I've never activated the mods, so I can't give you in-depth detail about that. So you're going to want to buy this piece of equipment if you're looking for one of the things that I've said before and everything like that, as far as you want to try, having paddles on the back of your controller, this or that. Because if you really want to try a controller that might change your all-around gameplay, I'd say go to Scuff, only because I've built one of theirs on their website and they don't have as many features. Their controllers don't have as many features. For the Scuffs, you have one, like you automatically have the paddles. They set it to like a certain preset unless you get the electronic mapping key, which is pretty cool. Then you can just remap whatever buttons you want. I'm not sure if you can do button combinations, like as far as putting L1 and X on one button and like L2 and circle, for instance, on another one. I'm not sure if they can do that, but I know that with the electronic mapping key you can remap your things. Also, if you put it on there, you can get like a little trigger adjusting key where it allows you to just adjust the sensitivity of your triggers on how hard or how far you got to press them down for them to like actually activate. Of course they got the freaking different and I want to say they're like the infinity ring lock and key or something like that, where essentially it just lets you take off your freaking thumbsticks and replace them with different ones. You could do that, or you could just keep them regular and get control freaks. But don't get this and think that this is gonna completely change everything. This is just gonna essentially just put paddles on the back of your controller and everything like that. So I really appreciate everybody that's watched this. I hope that in any way, shape, or form that this has helped you guys out, giving you guys a better idea on whether or not this product is for you. It's not for everybody. Some people just don't need it and everything. Some people are looking for something really different and everything, as far as like being able to like mod their controller in a bunch of different ways, and this is not going to be it and everything like that, guys. So I'd give this item altogether, like out of 5 stars, I'd probably say like maybe 3. I don't want to give it 2.5 because I feel like it's selling it short, but I can't put it up in 4-star. I can't even do 3.5 on it and everything like that. But 3, about mid-range and everything. It does what it's supposed to do most of the time. It has its flaws and its bugs in there, which Collective Minds, I suggest like they just like fix it up a little bit and everything like that. Not all their equipment is like this. I actually am using one of their other things. It's one of their PS4 stands that have the cooling fans on it, and it's also like a charger, so you can charge 2 controllers. That's from Collective Minds also, and it works perfectly. It does everything it's supposed to do. It's never stopped. The fans haven't break. The controllers haven't stopped charging on the ports. It's perfect and everything like that. But that's a whole nother subject. For this, I've said pretty much everything I have to say about it and everything like that. There's not much more to add to it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that you guys will come back, whether it be for gameplays, reviews, this and that. I am gonna start doing a segment called Path to the Pros, Whenever, you know, I can really get my stuff set up, I'm waiting to buy like a rig and all this and that, so I can actually have a better setup, you know, produce better quality of content. Well, not content, but video and everything like that, because the content comes from me. When I put it up on there, and, you know, it's the video, you know, it takes a lot of stuff going into that. So yeah, you know, I want to do a segment called Path to the Pros, because that's one of the big things that, you know, I started up this YouTube channel for, is because, you know, I'm trying to go pro and everything, and like certain things and everything. It's always been a dream of mine. So, you know, I want to like share with you guys like the journey, you know, some of the things that it takes, because I know me personally, I looked up on YouTube a lot when I first started trying it on, you know, like how to go pro in the MLG, you know, how to go pro in this game, how to go pro in that game. And it gives you very vague details, and it doesn't really give you like a place to start off at. So that's what I'm hoping to bring you guys and everything like that, is a way on, if you're, no matter what age you are, no matter like what your background is, as far as whether you're like a super experienced gamer, whether you're freaking like 13 years old and just started picking up a stick, you know, the paddles or whatever, and, you know, want to start trying to do this because, you know, you've seen somebody and, you know, you idolize them. Now I want to be able to, you know, get you guys just pointed in the right direction, so you guys can make your own path. And, you know, maybe one day, you know, I'll start watching your guys' videos to see, like, you know, all your success. So, you know, to help support the channel and all that, you know, I'd really appreciate it if you guys leave a like down at the bottom, you know, subscribe, you know, maybe generate a little bit of comments, because I'm always interested in, you know, who's actually watching my videos, and I want to bring you guys better content. So, you know, just throwing out there kind of what you guys want to see and everything, you know, is A-okay with me. You know, I do not have a problem with that. Until next time, guys, you know, GG and peace. You know, I'll see you guys in the next video.